Happy Tuesday, everyone. It's Rose Coleman coming to you live from my craft room here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. How are you doing? Sorry, I'm a little bit late popping on today. I had to post that I was going to go live 15 minutes later. I actually got sidetracked here in my room and I was like, wait a second. I was down here in my PJs. I'm like, I got to go have a shower. So that feels so much better. But you know what? I was like, how did I lose track of time? Can you relate? Can you relate? Let me know in the comments section. Do you ever go and start making a card or a scrapbook page or something with your paper crafting supplies and just like lose track of time? And you look up and like, you know, time has flown by, right? I tell you when that happens a lot to me is at my retreats. At my retreats, the time just, it's like it goes exponentially so fast, right? Hi, Krista. Hi, Lori. Thank you all for joining. It is Tuesday, April 29th. Gosh, we've only got 2 days left today and tomorrow in the month of April. Can you believe that? Then we're going to be into May. You did that on Sunday morning, Tiffany? Yeah. I mean, I can come down here and time just goes out the window. I am in my craft room. I am in the zone, the creativity zone, I guess you could say. So it's all good, right? It's why we craft. It's what we do. So, but I apologize for being a little bit late this morning, but I'm here now. Hello, Betty. Thank you all for coming back. Hi, Tony. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing my video. Hello, Nancy from Prince George. Good to see you. Time flies when you're having fun. Yes, indeed, Krista, you're right. And I was definitely having fun this morning. I'm playing with Flower Cart. Now, let's try that again. Flower Cart came in as a bundle maybe a couple years ago. And the first time they bring in a bundle, it's 10% off, right? You get a bundle code and that's a 10% off. Thanks, Lori. Better late than never. Thank you. And then what they did is they continued it. Hi, Sophia from Jamaica. I hope you're having a fantastic time. You're not missing much up here in the way of weather. It's a bit chilly today. We got overcast and I can tell by the stone on my patio, it is sprinkling out there. Hello, Elaine. Good morning to you. Hello, hello. I am so excited, you guys. Tonight is Tuesday, the last Tuesday of the month, and tonight is the evening that I join my scrapbook club on Zoom. I cannot wait to see those ladies and to see what they've done with their April kits that they received. I love joining them on Zoom. I'm going to be making some changes with my business and introducing more of these Zoom calls so that I can actually get to see you. It's not that I don't see you on Facebook Live, and I'm not taking away my Facebook Lives. I do love to join you every morning with my coffee. It is my routine. But I am going to be doing more Zooms with my club members so we can connect, answer questions, chat, get to know one another, and really connect. Hello, Divin. Hello, hello. Hello, Marge from Saskatoon. I have met so many wonderful friends through my Stampin' Up! Journey. And, you know, getting to know you makes my heart happy. So I'm going to be doing more things that make my heart happy and doing Zoom classes. Is your mystery box done? Divin? No. Thank you for bringing that up. Today and tomorrow, last days. I did say last week I was extending my mystery box promotion to the end of the month, which is tomorrow. So if you place a $150 order Canadian before your shipping and tax, you're going to qualify for one of my mystery boxes. Plus, you also qualify for the 5 card kits for this week. We sent out last week. How many did we send out? I think there was 13 or 15. And I have more today. I have 2 wonderful friends that have come to help me. We have been loading up these mystery boxes and having fun. I told you guys it feels like I'm like Mrs. Claus. Well, my friends and I, we all should have put on our Santa hats because we have been filling these mystery boxes. Now, when you get your mystery box, these are well curated boxes of retired, gently used. Sometimes there's things barely used or not used at all, new things. And I've even gone through on my shelves, I have like treat containers that I've made. And I dumped out the old chocolate or the old candies. We replenish it. So when you get your mystery box, if you're worried about the candy, it's fresh. So open up the candy box and eat your candy. We threw out all the old stuff. I wouldn't dare, even though one of my friends said, I bet it's okay. I'm like, we're not trying it. We're not trying it, and we're not sending old candy. We're replacing it with new candy. Now, when you get your boxes, you may laugh because some of the boxes, the treat containers are different, right? So some of you are going to get, I'm looking on my shelf here, a Halloween little treat box. Some are getting a little, do you remember the mini caskets? There's a couple of those I saw. So everything is different. Everything is completely different, but I assure you that the candy is fresh. So open up the treat box, have a treat, and then enjoy the little box, and you can reuse it or something, right? Okay, so that's, we did ribbon, we did twine, we did 6x12 designer series paper, all packaged up into a clear envelope so that you can open it and take a look and put it back in there. It's a sealable envelope. There are stamp sets, there's punches. Every box, as I mentioned, is different. Embellishments, I think you're really gonna like these. There's hand stamped cards in there that you can use for your own gift giving. So if you're in Canada, and you want to place an order, just find me online, go on to the Stampin' Up website, and when you click find a demonstrator, put in my name, put in Rosemary Coleman, and then go ahead and shop. Go ahead and shop from Canada. We can only do business in our own country. So if you're in Canada, Diane is from Quebec, so that you qualify, Diane. Anybody in Canada can shop with me. If you are in the United States, you have to find a demonstrator in the United States. So that's just a Stampin' Up rule. We can only sell to people in our own country, okay? So this is my promo to help, lighten the load in my craft room and to share some goodies with you. And who doesn't love to get a surprise box in the mail? I love sending surprises, and I think it's even more fun to be receiving them. Okay, let's flip the camera, point you down at my work surface here. We're gonna play with Flower Cart. We're also gonna play with another bundle that you can get. I got a bunch of stuff to share with you. I have a bunch of stuff that's on sale, last chance list. Get your things while you can. These are amazing products that I have held on in my craft room, but now it's time to share them with you. Hello, Sherry. Hi, Patty from El Dorado Hills, California. Hi, Kathy Clark. Thank you for being here. Good to see you. Hello, Vicky from Arizona. Alrighty, we're flipping the camera now. Bear with me while I flip and point you down at my work surface. Here we go. Whoop. We got overcast skies here in Calgary. It is chilly a little bit. I had to turn up the heat in my craft room, but it's okay. Okay, so we're playing with Flower Cart. This is my star of the show for the week. So the stamp set is on sale for only $16.50. You can see the price there. The dies are also on sale. Let me bring those into the screen to show you. Set of 15 dies, regular $47 on for $18.80. Grab these while you can. Put in the 2 separate item codes because you're going to save the most amount of money that way. All right. So that is retired. These are retiring. Let me tell you what the codes are, because I know some of you may have a pen and you want to write this down. Hi, Joy. Hello, hello. It's 162776 for Flower Cart stamp set. It's a photopolymer stamp set, which is perfect because you can line up your stamps. Hello, Elaine. Hello, hello. And then we have our dies. The dies are 162780. I mean, that is an amazing savings, right? $47 regular. That's what I paid, right? Yeah, 47 down to 1880. I mean, that's at least 60% off, right? If not more. So these are amazing dies, and I love, love, love this one, especially because we have Mother's Day coming up. Now, my poor mom is up in heaven, and she hears my wishes for her every single day. But, you know, I have a mother-in-law. I have friends who are mothers. I have sisters who have, well, one sister has fur babies. Like, Mother's Day can be not just for your mother, right? I bet you know lots of mothers out there. Maybe you have a daughter who's an amazing mother. Oh my gosh. That's my newfie coming out. Mother. So Mother's Day, it's a really nice one with a really nice font. And then there's Have a Lovely Day. I mean, you can use that any time of year. Happiest birthday to you. I love how our friendship has grown. That is a really cool one. And I like how they mix the fonts in this one. And we're going to do some 2-step stamping. We've got a cart here for the flower cart. We're going to do some stamping today. Okay. Well, we do stamping every day. Who am I kidding? Alrighty. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring in, I want to show you another pack of paper, designer series paper. from the annual catalog. This one is called To Market, and it is gorgeous. And I think that this one goes really, really well with Flower Cart because of the gorgeous florals. Now, I won't go through every sheet of this paper, but this is in the main catalog. The annual catalog that is leaving. Scrapbook Club. There's my newfie. Karen says, yep, mutter and fodder. Okay, hi Maggie. Hello, hello. This is too funny, the stuff that slips out on the video. Okay, so this paper, let's get back to the paper, is $17 regular. It's on sale for $11.90. Good deal on this paper, and it's got some of my favorite colors: Blackberry Bliss, Real Red, Petal Pink, Pumpkin Pie, Garden Green. Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So, good deal on the paper. I'm also going to bring in some of the embellishments in that suite that are on sale as well. And they're here somewhere on my desk. As you can tell, I got a lot of stuff going on. Let's see. What did I do with them? What did I do? Okay. This is the Market Goodness. Now, I don't have the price on here, but this one is marked down too. This is the one from the annual catalog, and the dies for this one are stunning. You're going to be able to cut out all of the vegetables, and the little, shopping bag is so cute. I love it. I'm sad that it's leaving, but grab all these things while you can. You're not going to regret it. Alrighty. One sec. Okay. No, that's not them. Sorry, guys. I'm just going to look for those embellishments. I thought I had brought... I know I brought them over because I put them on my card. The gremlins are here, and it's only Tuesday. Okay. They're going to turn up. They'll turn up. The embellishments that I'm looking for. Oh, they're there. See, I told you they're turn up. This is the embellishments. It's called... transparent adhesive back dots. Look at the price. Regular 11 on for $8.80. And, I love that these embellishments are colors that we will continue to be able to enjoy, right? Like you can tell that I need to order another pack. We have clear, garden green, blackberry bliss, and lemon lime twist. And I've got more on this package here. So grab these embellishments. You're going to be able to use them with your colors, even after they're gone, right? So stock up. $11 down to $8.80. Called Transparent Adhesive Back Dots 163432. Alrighty, what else do I have to share with you? I know I got a lot. Mixed Labels is a new bundle that was introduced with the online exclusives. This little bundle is adorable, and let me show you why I love it. The dies. Check out these fun dies. There's a set of 7 of them. They make great labels here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different labels that you're going to be able to use with your stamping. And then you've got this cute little, almost like a little hashtag detailed die. And then we've got the leaf. And I wanted to show you, before I start the card, I wanted to share this with you because we were chatting at my Boston Pizza class about cling mount stamps and how to place them on the sticker, okay, or how to get the sticker on there. And I want to share a tip with you that I learned. So I'm just going to take this cling mount. So if you're new to Stampin' Up! And you order cling mount, this is the red rubber, right? That's cling. And if you order photopolymer, it's our clear stamps. Okay, let me bring that in. So this is a good explanation here. This is our clear photopolymer. You can see right through it. We're going to use these today. But I want to take a second to show you cling mount. When you get a new cling mount stamp, what to do. So let's bring in this stamp here. I'm just grabbing one. And what you do is there are instructions, but when you get a stamp set, you're probably really excited and you want to get going, right? So there's these instructions here. You can follow along with the picture graphic, but let me show you what I do. So you take your stamp out of, they're all pre-cut, right? So pop them out and we take that. Don't forget to take this off the back. There is paper on the back here because one of my friends was showing me that she didn't take this paper off and she stuck the sticker on there, right? And I felt so terrible. I'm like, I have failed you, my friend, because I need to show this. So I want to take a second today to show this. So take your stickers off and you can discard that. That's just trash, okay? And then look on your sticker sheet for the appropriate sticker. So this is the one that says, "You're pretty wonderful." So, "You're pretty wonderful." So take a look. It's this one right here. I'm going to turn around until you get to the back where you can see the wax paper. We'll take that off. Again, that's trash. This is the sticker. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take that sticker off of the sheet. I'm going to put it on this block like that. And you're probably thinking, well, why would you do that? Why would you put that on a block, Rose? So now what I want to do is I'm going to take this sticker on the block and I'm going to flip over my stamp, and you can see down through the block, right? So I'm going to take this and I'm going to hover over my stamp, and when I am happy with the position, I am going to go down and press, and now that super sticky sticker is on the back of my stamp in the right position. Okay, so there, I can peel it off, and now that is super, super sticky, and it's supposed to be sticky so that it stays on your block, and it is in the right position with no overlay, and I don't have to worry about trying to reposition it, because it's virtually impossible. If you guys have tried to do that, once it touches the foam, that's it, game over. You don't get a second chance, right? So use a clear block and see if you like that method of just, you know, putting your stamp down and putting it on like that. I hope this helped. I wanted to give you that little tip in case you have that issue where you're getting new stamps come and you're like, how do I do this properly? Alrighty, you do it the exact same way, Annika? Okay, good. All right, that's good feedback. Thank you so much. So then later, I will do the same thing with all my other stamps and all my other stickers, and they will be ready to go. And then I'm just going to take this. Once I'm done with it, I will put it into my case. I stick it right here. What do you use when it's no longer sticky? Well, we do sell these adhesive strips. If you go on to the Stampin' Up! Website and go to the search bar and type in adhesive or sticky strip, or I forget the name of it, cling. If you type in the word cling, you can get a package of strips, and then you can put that on the back of your stamps and make them sticky again. Okay, so I hope that helps. Alrighty, so we're going to put this back in here, and I'll finish that up later, but you can see Mixed Labels has some amazing greetings here. So sorry, Diane. Diane says, I wish I had known that procedure a long time ago. Is that the way you do it too, Maggie? Yes. Yes. Okay, awesome. Okay, I'm glad this was helpful, you guys. I hope it helps you with your cling mount stamps. Now, photopolymer, you don't need to worry because they don't need to be mounted. They don't need to put stickers on them. Okay, so this one here, look at this. We've got with sympathy. We all need sympathy cards, unfortunately. I can always use an anniversary card. I love this one. You're pretty wonderful. Just a note to let you know you're on my mind. You're for a great friend. This is a fantastic stamp set. I'm so glad we're friends. I love it. I love it. Okay, so we're going to use that today as well. So we've got our dies here. And we're going to use, let's start with a card base. The card base is going to be Garden Green. Garden Green is such a beautiful green. I love it. Okay, so we're going to bring in my trimmer. We're going to trim this in half at 5.5. 5.5, like this. And we're going to score at 4.25. Our standard size card base. 4.25. Right here. Alrighty, so there's our card. Grab my bone folder and burnish. And I think I've got the other pieces already cut. Oh, I think I need a little bit more for the inside. Let me grab some white for my inside. So here I've got a piece of white. I'm gonna cut this down to 4.25 by 2 3/4, my favorite inside measurement. It's big enough to write a little greeting. 2 3/4, and then you're going to be able to get 4, and then actually you're going to get 8 for the entire sheet. Okay, so there we go. We just need 1. All right, so there's the inside. Move my trimmer away, and so now let's bring in our top layer of our card. So we're going to be doing a front layer with Blackberry Bliss. Okay, so that's the inside. I'll move that off to the side. We're going to bring that paper in, the 2 market paper. We're going to use this one right here with the florals. Look at that. You can see the Blackberry Bliss coming through. So we're going to put that on the side of our card over here, just like that. Love Blackberry Bliss. One of my favorite colors. My bridesmaid dresses for my wedding were this color, and it just speaks to my heart. Okay, so there's my glue. We're going to put this, make sure your blooms are going in the right direction. You don't want upside down flowers, right? We want right side up flowers. Okay, there's our flowers. And then I couldn't help it. I mean, the To Market paper has this gorgeous Blackberry Bliss plaid that I thought I could use. The flip side has the bags, the shopping bags on it. We're going to use the plaid. We're going to put that right up here like this. Okay, so we're just going to make our patterns work here. Our layers work together. Okay, so this one's going up here. Make sure it's flush with the DSP to the left. And a little border there. All right, so there's that. Then I have another piece of basic white that's going to sit right here. Now this is where we're going to do our stamping. So let's move all these pieces off to the side and bring in the amazing stamps from the flower cart. Okay, so the stamp set has a lot of photopolymer stamps, right? And we're going to make the cart with stamps today because you can do both. This bundle has amazing dies and it also has the stamps. So I love that because, you know, if you want to make a quick card, you can just do the stamping. And if you want to pop things up and make them all three-dimensional, you can use the matching dies. It's totally up to you. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to make that cart. So I want to create a scene here. This stamp right here, I'm thinking that's pebbles or that's the stones on the ground. So let's bring in gray granite and do a little gray granite on the bottom of this piece. All right, so gray granite, grab the stones, and we're just going to go down here at the bottom and stamp straight along the bottom, going off the edge onto my glass mat studio, and we'll just come in with a wipe and wipe that up. Okay, so that's gray granite. So we're done with that one. Then we're going to grab the stamp with it has the wheels and the spokes, well, there's spokes on the wheels, but there's like a little stand here. The legs and the wheels for the stand. All right, so we're going to stamp that down onto the pebbles with Memento. So ink that up real good with Memento. And we'll come make sure, I think my Memento might need to be re-inked, but let's see if we can make it work. We're going to stamp that down here on the pebbles. So we're building this cart from the ground up. There it is. There it is. We've got our wheels and our stand. So now we have to decide, this is the box for our cart. So you can decide now, you get to be creative, you can do whatever you want, but I'm going to actually stick to our traditional wooden crate, and we're going to do pecan pie. So I'm bringing in that stamp that looks like this, right? Same one that's on the case. And I'm going to ink it up good. Make sure you get it nice and juicy. And we're going to stamp that right onto, I'm going to try not to get my head in the camera here. Let's see here. We're going to stamp it right on the top. I'm trying to line up that line on the wheels with the front as well. So here we go. See how this works out. Press, press, press. Let all the ink leave that stamp and boom. Look at that. There's the box for our cart. So fun. I love it. Now, they have a cool canopy here. This little canopy can be any color that you want, and I'm thinking I want to stamp that canopy using Blackberry Bliss because we're going to try and tie all the beautiful colors together with this card. Okay, so Blackberry Bliss. Where did I put my Blackberry Bliss? Oh, here it is. Okay, Blackberry Bliss, we'll open that up and pop it back in like that. Ink it up good. Okay, so now we're going to stamp the Blackberry Bliss canopy. And we've got the 4 poles, if you will, for the canopy. So I'm just going to hover over here and I'm lining them up with, there's the back corner of the box and then there's like front corner, side corner, back corner. So that's where I'm going to line up the poles of my canopy. And then again, we press, press, press. And let the ink leave the stamp and go into the paper. Look how easy that is. Stamps, ink, and paper. Isn't that amazing? I love it. So there is a die. If you wanted to do this all in pieces and then glue it together, you could. There's the die that would cut that out. And they've also given this die right here will give you the, if you wanted to layer it. So if you wanted to have stripes, you could do Blackberry Bliss, and then I could cut another one out of this with colored cardstock and layer it over top. So you'd have a colored canopy. So, but I'm just sticking to the stamped ink and paper for this one because it's so stinking cute. And then I'm bringing in, we're going to do some stamping on a scrap piece. But what I want to do now is we're going to do the flower blooms. We're going to put some flowers in this basket. I'm going to grab this die because you guys know me, how I like to do my stamping after I die cut, right? So you can do this. You can take this die, and actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can get 2 of them. See if I can. Can I do it? Oh, I think I can. I can get 2 of these because this die is only going to cut the outside, right? And I know that the Stampin' Up! Dies are strong enough to cut through 2 pieces of cardstock if it's just an outline. Now, if this had all kinds of details in it, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't try to cut through 2 pieces. I wouldn't recommend it. So I'm going to do this so that I've got an extra for another card. And also, if I make a mistake, I don't have to go back and cut anymore, right? So we're going to cut through 2 pieces. I'm just going to do this off to the side here. I'll be right back. Just cutting this one. Rolling it through. All right, so now here's what I have. I have 2 of those die cuts. 2 die cuts, the same. Look at that. So easy, so easy. All righty, thanks for all your comments, you guys. You're welcome for the tip. Anything that I can share with you, I am always happy to share. What size is the white for the front? Okay, so that white, Sharon, is 2 3/4 by 3 1/4. This white right here for the little cart. All right. So now let's bring in our stamps for the blooms. Now, my tip for that would be, and maybe your eyes are fine, but mine, I don't know. I need all the help I can get. So I'm going to use my silicone mat. It really helps me see the die cut if I'm going to stamp over top of the die cut, right? So these 2 stamps here are 2-step stamps. They work together. And you can do the flowers first and then the greenery. It's totally up to you. I'm going to do the greenery first. Okay, so let's lay that down. We're going to bring in the greenery stamp, and I have it on a block. I promise I do. Okay, here it is. Okay, so there's the greenery, and we're going to stamp with Garden Green. Remember, that was the color that's in the paper, right? I'm pulling all of the matching coordinating colors in. So let's ink up the greenery. Tap, 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 tap. Get lots of ink on there. And we're going to hover over this die and make sure we're good in the positioning here. And you can actually flip it over if you think you're, yeah, I'm flipping it over. It looks symmetrical, but it's not. So we've got 1, 2, 3 points at the top, and I got a bunch of points at the bottom. So I'm looking at my die cut, 1, 2, 3 points at the top and a bunch at the bottom. And if you take time and you're chatting like me, you want to go back and get some more ink because it's water-based ink. It will dry off of your stamp if you're not quick with your stamping. Okay, so we're going to hover over. I think that looks good. Let's stamp it down. Now, if you're a fan, several of you have commented and said, oh no, I like to stamp and then die cut. You can do that. You totally can. And look what I just did. I goofed. I stamped it and then I kind of shimmied a little bit, and now that is not the look I'm looking for. So guess what? I cut another one. See, that's why I did it. I didn't try to make that mistake, but I did. Okay, going back for more ink. We're going to hold this over and we're just going to stamp straight down. Press, 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 and then straight up. No shimmying. And sometimes it sticks. Yes, okay. Now I can tell by this that it's upside down because my tulips are upside down. So let's turn it around. And now I've got a frame of reference to work with. I've got my die, my flowers, I've got the greenery. So this is the matching stamp with the blooms. You can see there's tulips in here. Now you could take this, if you want your flowers to be all different colors, You can bring in markers. You can bring in your Stampin' Write markers and use the thick end, and you can do one grouping of flowers at a time, and then you can just huff on it with your breath to reintroduce the moisture. I actually am going to make all my flowers pumpkin pie, and we're going to just make this match the paper. So keep it easy. If you want to keep it easy, just keep them all the same color. It's okay to just be selling in your market. You could be selling on your cart all pumpkin pie colors, flowers. Okay, so here I am hovering over, looking at the tulips, looking at those long stems to the left, and then I'm going to press down. So easy. So easy. And look at that. I'm going to give you a close-up so you can see how beautiful this stamps. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? I'm just so amazed when things work out the way they're supposed to. Okay, so then we're going to take this and look at this. We're just going to stick this right on top of the cart. So they're like blooming, they're overflowing. This cart looks beautiful. I would go shop from this cart. Okay, now my glue, my liquid glue, we're going to put this on with some glue. So, you know, this is very forgiving. Like if you didn't line up your canopy properly and you got your poles a little bit off, it doesn't matter because you're putting this bloom over top. So you're going to be able to like mask any mistakes. It's like so user friendly. There we go. What do you think? I mean, stamps, ink, and paper for the background, and the only die I used was this bloom, right? This set of blooms. So really, really easy. It could make a cute popcorn stand. Absolutely. You could, oh my gosh, there's so much you could put in this little cart, right? Thanks, Alexina. I'm so happy you like this one. So now I'm going to take that, and that's going to fit in the last little space here on my card front like this. Look at that. It's all about the layering and the coordination of products. Oh my gosh. Now, if you put yours, so I'm noticing I'm a little bit too tall. My white, I don't want it to stick down that much. So I am going to, if you're picky like me, you can bring in your trimmer and you can shave off a little bit, right? I'm going to do that because I want it to be a little bit shorter. I'm just going to bring this in. I'm going to shave off about maybe 1/16. Like that's just a little sliver, right? But I want to make sure it fits with my other pieces. So let's see. Yes, that's way better. So I stamped my pebbles right at the bottom, and I knew I had a little bit of wiggle room at the top if I needed to trim any off. All right, let's put this back on with our liquid glue. Try not to get my fingers in the liquid glue. And there we go. We'll put this down here. Now this is a card sketch in itself, right? You could use your designer series paper. You know how everything coordinates with Stampin' Up, right? The Blackberry Bliss, the pumpkin pie. I used the pumpkin pie here. The pecan pie for the cart. So amazing. In fact, the background of this one is pecan pie. So you could use that if you didn't want to have flowers along the side. You could put your pecan pie strip. It's like totally up to you how you use your layers, right? So then I thought, okay, I had this part done when I was designing this card, and I was like, what card base would I put this on? Well, the answer is whatever tickles your fancy. I'm going to put mine on garden green because I wanted to pull in the green background. This would work on pecan pie. It would work on a pumpkin pie card base, a Blackberry Bliss card base. You get the gist, right? It works on anything, but I'm going to put it on garden green just to make that green pop out. And then, so let's grab our liquid glue, and we're going to put that on the card front, and then we're going to do the inside. Oh, no, we didn't even do a greeting on the front. I'm getting way ahead of myself. We're not done yet. We're going to use those mixed labels, and we're going to do a greeting. So the mixed labels, let's bring that back in. So right here, we've got mixed labels and the stamp set. But I am going to use the stamps from Flower Cart, but I want to share with you where I'm getting these dies because I think they're going to be ones that I'm going to continue to use in my collection. Look at this one. This is the little guy. This is a beautiful label. I'm holding it close so you can see that detail. See the stitching on the top and bottom? That's so fun. I love that. And then its matching partner in the background has that same kind of stitching all the way around. it's all about the layering, isn't it? So we're going to go ahead and cut a piece of that with pecan pie. And let me see if I have scrap left on my table, because I have so much stuff on my table. I have a white piece, so we're good there, but we just need a layer of pecan pie. And these will come in your kit. When you order with me this week, you're going to get, and you spend a minimum $60, you're going to get my card kits. And these die cuts are not a part of Flower Cart, which is my feature of the week, but I'm going to send you these die cuts, okay? We'll cut these out and include them with your kit. Okay, so let's grab pecan pie. Thank you, Lois. I'm happy you like this one. I like this one too. We're going to grab pecan pie and let's see. Alrighty, so we got some pecan pie scrap. I'm going to grab my mini boss. Let's do a mini boss because we can. If you have a mini boss, you know what I mean, right? This is so fun. This little machine packs such a punch. So let's grab our machine. We'll open up the platform. We're going to use a platform number 3. And you haven't used yours yet, Paula? Well, great. I'm happy to give you some inspiration. We're going to use this one. I like to put it blade up if I can, and put our scrap on there. And then we're going to put our top clear plate on. And then we're going to do a little bit of yoga, put my thumb on the bottom, reach my hands up, put my fingers at the top. When it starts to roll, then I can take my hand away and boom, there we have it. We've got our die cut. Okay, so now let's take a look. There's that pecan pie. Is it going to focus? Maybe I'll hold it still. There we go. You can see that gorgeous detail on the edges. Okay, so now on here, I want to make this a Mother's Day card because I got to get my Mother's Day card for my mother-in-law in the mail real quick because that's coming up quick, right? So we're going to stamp with, let's see, Blackberry Bliss. So from the Flower Cart stamp set, right here, we got that gorgeous Happy Mother's Day. We're going to stamp that on the white die cut. And because it's photopolymer, we don't have to worry about lining it up. You should be able to see exactly where you're stamping. So Happy Mother's Day. And I love to send Happy Mother's Day cards to all of the amazing friends I have who are also mothers and going through, you know, the same things that we all go through as mothers, right? Who doesn't love to get a Mother's Day card? Okay, so that's going on there. It's a nice layer. We'll glue that on. We got lots of layers on this card, so I'm not putting anything on dimensionals, so I don't want to make it extra thick, but you could pop it up if you wanted to. All right, so there's that. And we're going to flip this over now. Put a little more glue on the back. And that's going on the front, right up top on this gorgeous Blackberry Bliss plaid piece. Look at that. Look at that. Wow. Okay. So the inside, here's my white piece for the inside. I'm going to say, have a lovely day, because that is exactly what I want for my amazing mother-in-law. I do have an amazing mother-in-law. She is, I couldn't have picked a better mother-in-law. She is wonderful. I remember one time we were just dating. Like, my husband and I have been together since high school. And I gave her a Mother's Day card, and he said to me, "Why would you give my mom a Mother's Day card?" I said, "Well, if it wasn't for your mom, I wouldn't have you." He's like, "That's very true." But anyway, he just questioned me. You know, boys as teenagers, they don't get it, right? We are always, further ahead with maturity. Okay, I'm getting myself in trouble here. Stop while you're ahead, Rose. Anyway, yeah, he had to ask me, "Why are you giving my mom a Mother's Day card?" Because if I didn't have her, I wouldn't have you. Okay, now, what could we do on the inside? There's lots you can do. You can put designer series paper in here, but I've got all these beautiful stamps. Let's just, sometimes it's just easy to do the stamps because you got them out. Just I'm going to grab this one was the pumpkin pie. we need the greenery. Greenery. Where'd you go? Okay, right here. Let's do the greenery first. And we could just do like a little bit, just a corner like that. Okay, and then we'll bring in the same color, pumpkin pie. Wipe that off because I accidentally just stamped that in the garden green. Oh, that's blackberry bliss, Rose. What are you doing? That would work too, though, but let's keep it the same. Yikes. I think I need more coffee. All right, what do I need? I need pumpkin pie. Oh, gosh. This is the beauty of having your own stuff, right? You can make mistakes. Why not? I got to get that green off of my silicone mat. Okay. You can make mistakes because it's only cardstock. You're not going to change. You're not going to, like, it's not costing you $1 million, right? To cut another piece of cardstock. But, you know, if you got the ink and you got it out, use it up. Boom. There we go. So we got a nice little splash of pumpkin pie on the inside. I love it. I love it. So this is going to go right here. See, I like to tie the front focal image to the inside of the card. It just ties it all together so nicely. Let's bring in our liquid glue and glue this down. Glue it down and see how this looks. Alrighty, there we go. Now, last but not least, we need our bling on here, and my bling is right here. I'm going to actually use, we have both garden green and blackberry bliss, so you could do just one color, or you could do both. I'm going to stick to just my garden green for this one. Put one there. Let's put one right there next to the greeting. And let's grab another big one and put it down here like that. Nice triple placement for our bling. And there we have it. You can also bring in your Wink of Stella and Stella up your flowers, make them sparkly. All kinds of different things you could do. That looks like a cute set to own. It is, Donna. It's such a cute set. So grab this one. It's only $16.50. It was $33. You know, it's amazing. And then, of course, if you grab the stamps, you got to have the dies, right? You're going to need these amazing dies. I'm going to be using these more throughout the week, but they went from $47 to $18.80. And then the paper, the 2-market paper is marked down to $11.90 from $17. So really, really pretty stuff to have in your collection. And yeah, that Mother's Day is gorgeous, gorgeous greeting. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you so much, everyone. Let me just flip you around. Thanks, Donna. I'm happy you like this one. Alrighty. Thanks again for joining me. And if you're in my scrapbook club, I will see you tonight at 7 for our class on Zoom. If you're interested in my scrapbook club, let me know. I would love to send you the form to fill out to join. It's free with a $60 purchase. You get 2 layouts, 2 12x12 layouts. So that's 4 pages. You get all the cut pieces, the die cuts. It is amazing. It's an amazing way to start scrapbooking. If you're new to scrapbooking, this will take out all the complicated stuff, because I actually send you a color printed picture of the layouts and all of the pieces. You do need the stamps. I cannot send you stamped images. That is a Stampin' Up! Rule, but I let you know which bundle. I choose a different stamp set each month, one stamp set that you could purchase, and you'll be able to do both layouts, right? So it's a fun class, and I can't wait to see the ladies in the club tonight. And I also do an afternoon. Tomorrow, we're going to be gathering in the daytime for my East Coast ladies, so that we don't have a class starting at 10 o'clock at night. So and we have a private Facebook group, so I'll be letting them know about those Zoom links. And I would love to get you into this amazing group. It is so fun to catch up with everybody and to see what they're doing. That's where the fun is, right? All right, take care, everyone. I will see you tomorrow morning for my next live at 9 o'clock Mountain Time, right here, playing with Flower Cart again and some other products that I can pull out of my stash. All right, take care, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.